Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished visitors and honored guests, on behalf of Brigadier General Joseph Campbell, Commander of the 48th Fighter Wing, welcome to Royal Air Force Lakenheath's 48th Comptroller Squadron Change of Command. I am Technical Sergeant Colin Watts, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize some distinguished guests in the audience today. Please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Ms. Sarah Campo, spouse of Brigadier General Campo, Ms. Kara Mace, spouse of Lieutenant Colonel Mace, and their children, Tori and Jackson, who is not in attendance today. Ms. Nikki Roney, spouse of Lieutenant Colonel Roney, and their sons, Weston and Wyatt, who is joining us virtually. Representing the Command Chief, 48th Fighter Wing Chief Master Sergeant Joseph Rody. Representing the Commander, 48th Mission Support Group, Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin Schneider. Representing the Commander, 48th Medical Group, Colonel Angelique Van Patterson. We would also like to offer a heartfelt welcome to all the commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, and the dedicated men and women of the Liberty Wing who have graciously joined us for this momentous occasion. We would also like to extend a heartfelt welcome to all online guests who have joined us this morning. The change of command ceremony is a military tradition deeply rooted in history and dates back to the time of Frederick the Great of Prussia. In that period, military organizations developed flags unique to their organizations with specialized colors and designs. When soldiers followed their leaders into battle, they kept sight of their particular unit flag as an indicator of the success of the battle. Seeing the importance of the flag, it was incorporated into ancient change of command ceremonies. Although the modern ceremony is principally symbolic, it indicates to all present the authority of the commander who holds the colors. As the unit banner or guide on its exchange, it represents the responsibility associated with the unit being relinquished and accepted. Today, Lieutenant Colonel Damon Mace will relinquish command, and Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Roney will assume command of the 48th Comptroller Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party. Please remain standing for the playing of the British National Anthem, the singing of the American National Anthem by Ms. Dawn Holmes Cooney, and the invocation from Chaplain Zecker.
Yeah, so this is like her perspective. Yeah, like super young though. But she was like her perspective.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? Whose broad stripes and bright star through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
But that's it.
was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Woo!
Let us pray. God Almighty, please be with us today during this change of command ceremony. We're so very grateful for the last few years that we have been blessed with the opportunity to serve under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Mace. In this moment, before the guidon is passed, we pause to give thanks. Through your grace and guidance, Colonel Mace leaves this squadron better than we found it. For that, we are grateful. God, you have taught us that self-sacrificial love is the truest standard of what it means to be a real leader. As we rightfully consider today all of the military standards of success, Lieutenant Colonel Mace has absolutely crushed, and we also appreciate the unseen and often unheralded aspects of great leadership, caring for others. All of us have seen and have been impacted in some way by Colonel Mace's heart for ensuring our airmen and their families are the first priority. And even though it's hard to quantify in a well-worded bullet what caring for people looks like, we can be assured that our airmen and families have reaped the benefits of his servant leadership and genuine love for airmen. It's easy to take this for granted, so help us today to appreciate this aspect of his command and we give thanks for all of it. So we say farewell to Lieutenant Colonel Mace, knowing the amazing things that he has done, the people that he has cared for, the mission that he has successfully accomplished. We welcome today Lieutenant Colonel Roney with open arms and pray for his success in all of its forms. Lord, through the litany of leadership challenges that are sure to arise, we pray for wisdom, strength, vulnerability, and courage. Help us as followers to be faithful to our calling and service to our nation, as we have sworn to defend the Constitution, as we serve under his leadership and under this leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Roney and his family. Finally, God, I pray for the airmen and families of 48 CPTS. Please continue to grant us success, not only in the mission, but also in the things that truly matter: integrity, service, and excellence. And most importantly, in taking care of each other daily. May we strive to outserve each other in the execution of our duties. God bless this nation, and you we trust. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Cooney and Chaplain Zecker. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the presiding officer for today's ceremony, Commander of the 48th Fighter Wing, Brigadier General Joseph Campo.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. Can you hear me in the back, Mike? Thank you. First, thanks to our change of command project officers, Lieutenant Overby, Tech Sergeant Cook, Lieutenant Watts. Thanks for being the MC this morning. Is that you're the project officer and you're not running around? That's amazing. All right, so he totally has it under control, or you've delegated appropriately. Chaplain Zachary, thank you for being here today, and also Miss Dawn for her beautiful voice. As always, our protocol team, Mike, Trish, they're working in the back, and everyone else that had a hand in putting today's ceremony together. For our commanders and our partners who joined here today as well, thank you. The present shows just how much a small organization can make a huge difference in the mission of our wing, the quality of life of our people. Today, we'll say goodbye to the Mace family, to Damon, Kara, Tori, and Jackson, and hello to the Ronies. And along the way, say thank you to the men and women of the 48th Comptroller Squadron and everything that you do for our wing, and your support that your families provide as well. This squadron, small in size, I forgot to tell you, thanks James Contracting for being here, for spending all the money that Damon gets. It's great to see. It's good to sit in the back and hide. This squadron, small in size and huge impact, is instrumental in everything we do in the 48th Fighter Wing. On a personal level, our pay. On a mission level, our TDYs, our deployments, our training, our desires for new facilities, improving existing facilities, funding new equipment, gym equipment specifically, by the way. On quality of life, finding ways to support our personnel and their families via improvements in our infrastructure and funding unique programs that make a difference. Charged with a $226 million budget, this team delivered on all of that and then some, while Damon was at the helm. We're Europe's busiest and biggest fighter wing, flying over 20,000 hours per year and deploying when and where needed. As everyone in this room already knows, and you know we're ready, should the phone ring right this moment to walk out the door and do it anywhere, anytime. In no small measure to what the CPTS team provides. Damon led 212 personnel as a comptroller, commander, and also administrative oversight of our wing staff agency, a dual-headed role that he superbly performed. And I do appreciate, I see a lot of our WSA personnel here today, your cousins, if you will, of the CPTS. Thank you for being here and showing your support to the Air Force and Liberty family. With under Damon, back-to-back winners of the USAP Comptroller Organization of the Year. That's what excellent looks like. This is what excellent leadership looks like. To ensure that we're both nuclear and conventionally ready to defend NATO and U.S. interests across Europe. But before mission comes people. Didn't I say this earlier? Like, there would be like one guy in the wing that could like not have everybody stay. Like, someone should have the authority to stop each other. Under Damon's leadership, the unit won USAP's 2022 Innovation Award for Diversity and Inclusion. The focus on people enables mission success, and in this case, also resulted in 17 additional awards at the MAGCOM level in 2022 alone. Moreover, this entire team was instrumental in late winning the Commander-in-Chief's Installation Excellence Award 2 out of the last 3 years across the entire Air Force. Thank you for sending it over 2 days ago, $1.25 million in the bank account that James has already spent. So I'm glad it's here because we were running a negative balance. We didn't win that Installation Excellence Award though, because of our facilities. We won because of our people, because of Damon's leadership, and because of the culture that a leader like Damon creates, the attitude that comes out of that culture, and how we focus on people each and every day when we come into work. Now, our focus on people will remain as we welcome Jacob and his family, his spouse Nikki, and his children Weston and Wyatt onto our team today. Enlisting in 2001, he has a unique career, serving as both a Syrian professional and in the finance field before commissioning in 2007, serving as a C-130 navigator, and shifting what I think is the 4th time in his career back to the comptroller world in USAP. Since 2021, he's been a budget analyst at USAP, giving him incredible prep and insight into the technical aspects of the role that he's about to assume. And we're lucky to have such an outstanding officer join our team and Liberty family. Jacob, welcome. Damon, we're going to miss your quiet demeanor. Thanks for everything you've done for the 48th Fighter Wing and the personnel under your command. And best of luck.
Okay, yeah.
And Jacob, welcome to the team. We can't wait to see what you do diving into this crazy summer schedule we call APP standard. But don't worry, it doesn't slow down when the summer's over, it turns out. And then finally, to the men and women of the 40th Comptroller Squadron and your WSA cousins, thank you for making a difference. You truly do, each and every day, for the men and women in this wing, on duty, off duty, including their families. You're impacting the personal lives of our people in ways that will be years before you can truly appreciate the impact you've had. It's a huge positive difference. And for me, on a very personal level, I just want to say thanks. This is a great organization. On the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Brigadier General Campbell. Please stand for the medal presentation.
All right.
Publish the order. Attention to orders. This is to certify that the Air Force Meritorious Service Medal, 3rd Oak Leaf Cluster, has been awarded to Lieutenant Colonel Damon R. Mace for meritorious service 11 July 2020 to 30 June 2023. Lieutenant Colonel Damon Mace distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander 48th Comptroller Squadron, 48th Fighter Wing, Royal Air Force, Lakenheath, England. During this period, Lieutenant Colonel Mace executed $678 million over 3 fiscal years, funding the command's busiest flying hour program, European deterrence missions, and the F-35 and surety bed downs. Additionally, he oversaw customer service operations in support of 6,000 members and secured a 59% utility allowance increase for 10,000 military members stationed in the United Kingdom. Furthermore, Lieutenant Colonel Mace led the wing's most diverse group by conducting administrative control over 21 wing staff agencies and 212 multinational personnel, earning the United States Air Forces and Europe's Diversity and Inclusion Command Team of the Year award. Moreover, his leadership was instrumental in the 48th Fighter Wing securing the Commander-in-Chief's Installation Excellence Award twice in 3 years. Finally, Lieutenant Colonel Mace's efforts earned him the fiscal year 2021 United States Air Forces Europe's Major General Frank R. Fates Financial Management and Comptroller of the Year Award, and the Major General Alfred K. Flowers Comptroller Organization of the Year Award twice in 2 years. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Lieutenant Colonel Mace reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Lieutenant Colonel Mace will now address the 48th Wing Staff Agency and Comptroller Squadron for the last time.
Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to take part. Welcome, General Campo, squadron commanders, and 14th Fire. As I finished 3 years in command here at Lakenheath and 4 years of command in total, I'd like to just take a few minutes to say thank you to everyone who made that possible. First off, I have to give thanks to God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for the many blessings He has given me in my life, and I know I would never be here without. Second, to my wonderful family, my beautiful wife, Kara. Thank you, honey, for again, as we go to ever PCS and different commands. You're always there. Always support you. As always, you've given up your career. So thank you for that. I love you very much. And glad to have another. To my baby girl, Tori. Daddy's very proud of you. Thank you very much for it. And my little man Jackson, who was going to be here today, but he can't sit still for 2 minutes, so he's spending time. But and my older daughter, Molly, Josie, and Seela, and my daughter. So thank you for all. Sir, thank you for taking time to host this today's event. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to be the Comptroller Squadron. It's been an honor. As I told you in the back, I really love being here. Really love the unit. Loved England. So talking to Kara the other day, this is the first assignment that I can remember that we actually feel that way. So although we're going home, where our home is, but it does, we really love it here. So thank you for allowing me to be here. I'll leave you with a great team, as you mentioned earlier. They're incredibly impressive. They have a great reputation at the wing. They have a great reputation at the end. And I'm very confident in their abilities to continue providing the outstanding customer service, resource management, decision support to you and to the minimum for the 48 Fire. To the fellow commanders in the room, thank you for putting up with me over the last 30 years. I'm sure most of you are tired of hearing about executing your budgets and SIP and uniforms and all of that good stuff. So But not to worry. Next Jacob will take all the honors, tell you about how important it is to execute SIP. You for fulfilling obligations to the left. So, with that, again, thank you for, just like I said, putting up with me. And the one thing that Jake can attest to as well, at the FM level and the MAGCOM level, the one language they speak is valid executable requirements. And we can get them ready, get our money spent, obligated, get them ready to execute. We will be there first in line, seeing all that additional money from the MAGCOM, which is what we do every single year. And it really helps the we helps your unit. So, thank you for taking care of all of that. To the CPTS leadership team, the directors of staff that I've worked with, had the pleasure of working with over the last 4 years. We've had an outstanding working relationship, all 4 of them. That AdCom and OpCom land is very hard to navigate within the WSA and the CPTS and the agency chiefs. And but we have worked very well together, and it overall better support to the WSA. I'm really proud of that. To my superintendent, WSA Superintendent Senior Lawrence, and my Sergeant McKee, thank you so much for your leadership, for your guidance, your advice as part of the leadership triad. I couldn't ask for better SD knowledge. So thank you so much. It was wonderful getting to know you. And I know you would do that same level of support that from me. To the men and women of the wing staff agencies, as I said before, it's a challenge. I understand that. It's a challenge with the AdCon, OpCon, 212 people across the 21 different agencies and 19 separate FSCs. In addition to all that, you got your agency chiefs, your SELs, your director of staff, a comptroller, AdCom, CC, device, the wing commander. But in the midst of all of that, I just want to give a special thank you to the agency chiefs and the SELs for just doing your job every day and taking care of people. As I said a couple months back in the WSA awards ceremony, that you all have made my life and the Sheriff's life much easier than what it could have been because of the way you take care of people, and I credit each of you for that every single day. So I do appreciate all that. I'm going to go keep up the same level of leadership as you go forward. And to the JA staff, did see Jason here, but I was told when I first came in as a commander, JA is your friend. And that is absolutely true. So the JA folks here in the room, thank you so much for all of your support. They've always been there. I have a question, whether it's a command question or whether it's an FM question, or need a policy question from a legal perspective. Every single time they answer the phone, they get on it and provide an answer back. Very, very rapidly. So I couldn't be more happy with the support of government. Jake and Nikki, welcome to the team, and really awesome to get to know you. We're back in February for the first time we actually met in person. I know you've been the budget analyst with 48th up on staff for quite some time, so we'll get a chance to work together there as well. And been able to meet Nikki and your son last night, hang down a little bit, getting to know each other. I know you're the right person for the taking the lead of the comptroller squadron. You got a lot of great background that the boss talked about. I know you're going to be perfect. So again, as I said to the boss, I think you're with a great team because I'm representing you forever. So you got my number? We did last night, and then we had it all mixed up between work phones and my phone. But if you need anything, reach out. Don't hesitate to call. I'll come get my way where you need. And lastly, to the men and women of the 48th Comptroller Squadron. Thank you for everything you do supporting this mission. General Campo mentioned it all earlier. It's absolutely true. Whether you work at CSS or FMF, FMD, FFQ, all of you. Thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve as your leader over the last 3 years, and you are such a great group of professionals. And I have to say, it's truly been a blessing. Being your commander is something I'll always cherish, and I couldn't be more proud of you. The impact is evident in the customer service that you provide, resources you manage, and the decision support you bring to the fight, including all the words you've heard in the declaration. But they make no mistake about that. That was you who did that, not me. So I appreciate that. You should be proud of those accomplishments. Given all that, the thing I'm most proud of inside the squadron is the work environment we have created within the squadron. As you know, we have a very high level of turnover each year, as all of the squadrons do. We've got new members coming in, civilians, military, term employees being hired, animation, And, in the midst of all of that, each new member that comes into Girls Water is welcome, be part of the family, they become integrated into the team, and I'm very happy to be here. So I couldn't be more proud of how that is accomplished with each new member. And just every time I walk down the board, just to see the smiling, happy faces and just people just genuinely happy to be here. So please keep that up. You're doing a great job. With that being said, thanks again to everyone in attendance today, and as the all said, thanks for Sergeant Aaron Pivotal, PT, Senior, everyone who's taking part in this event. You've done an outstanding job. A lot of moving parts, but you've done great. That being said, thank you again.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Mace. Senior Master Sergeant Arkeisha Lawrence, the senior enlisted leader of the 48th Wing Staff Agencies, and the 48th Compro Squadron, will pay tribute to Lieutenant Colonel Mace on behalf of the men and women, expressing their respect with the time-honored farewell salute. Ladies and gentlemen, you will now observe the symbolic portion of the ceremony, the official change of command. Please stand. Publish the order. Attention to orders. Special order number GO-20-22. Under the provisions of Air Force Instruction 51-604 and Air Force Instruction 38-101, Lieutenant Colonel Jacob J. Roney is appointed Commander, 48th Compro Squadron, effective 28 June 2023. Signed Brigadier General Joseph Campo, Commander, 48th Fighter Wing.
Sir, I accept the command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce for the first time the commander of the 48th Compro Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Roney.
Wow. Thank you, General Campo. Thanks for your kind and humbling words, and thank you most of all for placing your trust and confidence in me to serve the men and women of the 48th Comptroller Squadron and the Wing Staff Agencies. I want to offer my sincere gratitude to a couple of folks, of course, as well. Lieutenant Gobry, wow, man, I know it's a lot to have to put on your plate, but thanks so much for your hard work. And thank you to all of you who participated in putting this thing together. So, thank you, Ms. Holmes Goody. Wow, that was a beautiful rendition. A really great performance. Thank you. And Chaplain Zecker, thanks for the invocation. Really appreciate that as well. And of course, thank you, Mrs. Campo, and the wing and Ruth Squadron leadership that are here today. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. I look forward to continuing to forge the relationships together that make this wing and our community great. I'm also honored to be a part of the US-UK partnership that is the true cornerstone for freedom around the world. I believe that God has always placed me exactly where He needed me to be, and He continues to provide me with everything that's necessary for me to be an instrument of His will. Most importantly, He's always provided me with an incredibly supportive family. To my mom and dad, my stepdad Tim, stepmom Susie, my mother and father-in-law Andrea and Wayne, my siblings, and all of the many family and friends that either are joining us now at 2 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, Pacific time, or will be watching this video probably in a few hours. I simply am only able to serve our great nation because of that support. To my sons, Wyatt and Wesson, you embody our family's values and priorities through the many sacrifices you've made as military brats. Military families serve too, and your service matters. I love you, and I'm so proud of you both. To my wife, Nikki, from our time together as young airmen until now, we've done every bit of it together. And today we embark on a new adventure that I'm so thankful I've got my wing to do. Finally, Damon and Kara, thank you for leading and serving well. I wish you and your family the best of luck in Los Angeles. But because today's ceremony is really about you and about the airmen of the 48th Comptroller Squadron and what you've accomplished together. Over the last 2 years, you've done so much to be proud of, and you've added a significant chapter to this unit's storied heritage. To the men and women of the 48th Comptroller Squadron and the 48th Fighter Wing Staff agencies, this is a time of significant change and opportunity in our theater. I'm honored to serve with you as we boldly take the next step together. General Campo, it's with great humility that I accept the guidance of the 48th Comptroller Squadron and Wing Staff agencies. I can say with great confidence that we will never falter in our mission to ensure that Liberty Wing is always ready to tell the skies. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Roney. Air Master Sergeant Markeisha Lawrence, Senior Enlisted Leader of the 48th Fighter Wing Staff Agency for the 48th Comptroller Squadron, will present a salute to Lieutenant Colonel Roney on behalf of the men and women, symbolizing the profound respect through the revered tradition of the first salute. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 48th Comptroller Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Roney. The ceremony comes to an end. Those of you joining us online, we kindly request your farewell messages for Lieutenant Colonel Mace and your warm welcome for Lieutenant Colonel Roney and their families. Please leave your comments below. For those present here today, the Roney family extends an invitation to a small reception in the back. Please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, today's ceremony is
This way I can draw people into the food. Perfect. Tell them, please stay.
I look forward to talking next week. Welcome to the team. This is very good. About the race.
I will email you.
It's actually it's not it's a competition on Monday night. It's awesome. It's right there. Don't tell everybody. Yeah. We did. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm the bench leader on the MSR. I'm really good to be here today. So I know we'll be on the time. No, we're just like the whole way across. Being right within the lines. Hey, I'm Stephen Horton. I'm one of the directors of the side. For now, there's no vice.
I was about this day, here and feel all that kind of stuff. After being a mic, but with this question and. Part of the HDMI.
They make a lot of money.
Generate a lot.
That's great. You're getting some really good time. It's out and so long. Work my way out of here. You get around or it's just solid. I'm the COR for it, but probably the same one. We're trying that's what I know them are doing. Everybody, get somebody. It's like I couldn't grab food. Sir, how are you? Ready? I'm going to be from the city. I'm going to try it's really actually do. Yeah. To work with you all next time. Started. Tuesday. She doesn't even have her cat. She's not a cat yet. She's off the line. She's reading regs. Welcome. Turn around. I don't know. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm in Napa. No, I'll lie to you and tell you don't have any problems. Oh. Would be the only Napa there. Yeah. Staying over the same side of the dog. We will. There. Congratulations. Yeah. I just need to here and get everything. Exciting. Absolutely. So I don't care if we'll sit down and give you everything from my kids. It's listen. Yeah, so you're leaving. I got I want to say, yeah, no, she was saying that she's gonna leave. Yeah, but it should be like 20 minutes. We're just missing. We'll get her all. We've got a good team. Man, it's great meeting you. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. We'll plan all that. It'll be a consensus because I think we're gonna mix me and yeah.
Let me unmute everybody. Can I unmute everyone? Let's see.
You can ask them.
Love you guys.
You too. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys could hear or see anything, but
We can see everything, but all the voices mixed together were kind of, difficult to hard to hear. So,
well, it's kind of noisy in here too. So
yeah.
Love you all. Thank you guys so much
Love you
for
too.
on. I know it's middle of the night.
All right.
Love you.
Take care.
Okay.
See you later.
Love you.
See you, Dave.
See you later. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, good to see everybody.
You too.
Good to see you. Hi, Floyd.
Hi, Floyd.
Hi,
Yes.
Nikki.
Napkin.
Yes,
Good night, everybody.
Night.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Just like.